Do you know the rules for being human? Hey guys, I'm Laura and I'm on a mission to awaken your awareness. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the 9 rules for being human handed down from Ancient Sanskrit. So let's get into it. Rule number 1, you will receive a body. Now, you may like it or not, but it will be yours for the entire period round. Now, sometimes you may, look at your body and be like, oh, I wish I had, a bigger butt. I wish I had more muscles. I wish I wasn't so skinny. I wish I wasn't so fat. All these different critiques we have about our body, which is actually influenced by society. But at the end of the day, we have to learn to love the vessel that we have. It is also important, though, to look after it, to be healthy. Okay? So love the vessel you've got, but look after it. Okay? Now, rule number 2 for being a human. You will learn lessons. Okay? So you are enrolled in a full-time informal school called life. Each day in the school, you will have the opportunity to learn lessons. You may like the lessons or think them to be irrelevant or stupid. Okay? So, Dolores Cannon, who I have talked about her in a couple of my other videos, she pretty much, what she does is she would hypnotize thousands of people all over the world and got a lot of very, very interesting information out of people while they were put under hypnosis, speaking through to their subconscious minds. And that is what she basically discovered. The whole purpose for us being here on this earth is basically for our souls to learn lessons. And she also says that we sign up for the lessons before we even come here. So your soul picks and chooses what it wants to learn before coming here. And then when we do come here, we come in like we have amnesia, like we completely forget that we signed up for this stuff. Okay, so rule number 3 for being human is there are no mistakes, only lessons. Okay? Growth is a process of trial and error, experimentation. The failed experiments are as much as part of the process as the experiment that ultimately works. So you got to look at life as if you make mistakes, don't look at them as actual mistakes. They're just learning lessons at the end of the day. As long as you learned something from the mistake you made, that's the positive out of, the negative of making the mistake. As long as you learn something, that is key, okay? And again, back to, it's all about learning lessons, okay? So number 4, a lesson is repeated until it is learned. Okay, so a lesson will be presented to you in various forms until you have learnt it. Then you can go on to the next lesson. So this is where you will have patterns playing out in life, similar patterns, until you learn the lesson. Okay, so for example, I've noticed that I had a pattern of attracting in the same types of guy, which is like narcissistic types of guys. So that's a pattern there, and I need to learn the lessons around this to stop doing that. So I have pretty much learnt why I'm attracting it in, so I've had to do the work on myself. Now that I have the understanding of what needs work, I need to do the work to heal that part of me, and then that pattern will stop playing out. Okay, number 5, learning lessons does not end. There is no part of life that does not contain its lessons. If you are alive, there are lessons to be learned. So that's back to like what Dolores Cannon was saying with the whole purpose of us being here, like Earth is a school, and the whole purpose of our souls being here is just to learn lessons. So even if you find yourself in like a negative situation, you might be having a hard time in life, then that is because there are lessons there for you and your soul that needs to learn from it. It's up to you to do that inner work and start figuring out what the lesson is and what you need to learn and what you need to heal and what not. So lessons are a forever thing that's part of life. Number 6 is there is no better than here. So when your there has become here, you will simply obtain another there that will again look better than here. So what that's basically saying is people aren't being present in the moment and being happy and grateful and satisfied with the life that they have. So they might have a goal or something they want to achieve in life, and then when they, let's say for example, one of your goals is to be a homeowner, and you think, man, like being here in a rental, oh, it sucks. Being there as a homeowner is going to be awesome, right? And then when you finally become a homeowner, you're not satisfied and happy. It's like you're finally here, but now you need another there, right? And it's like you're not really just being present in the moment and happy and satisfied with where your life is now. You're always more thinking in the future of what you want and where you want to go. So you've got to pull back and just learn to be happy with here, okay? Now, number 7, others are merely mirrors of you, okay? So you cannot love or hate something about another person unless it reflects to you something you love or hate about yourself. So everyone is a mirror reflection. So you can learn stuff from that. Like whatever you're getting back from other people, whether it's love or hate, positive or negative, it's a reflection of you, and that could be clues as to what's going on with you, whether it be positive or negative things. So everything on your outer external reality is just a mirror of what's going on internally. Okay? Now, number 8, what you make of your life is up to you. Okay, so you have all the tools and resources you need. What you do with them is up to you. So that's like, saying that life is what you make it. Life can be happy, life can be miserable. It's all up to you though. It's a choice. It's like when you wake up in the morning, you have a choice to be happy or not. Okay? It is a choice, and that's pretty much what it's saying. Is life is what you make it. So I like to make the conscious choice every morning to be happy, even if I don't feel like I'm where I want to be in life. I'm still choosing to show up and be happy, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a better time on your journey here if you're in a positive state rather than a negative state. There's no point, you're just going to be miserable if you just keep yourself in a negative state all the time. So just got to learn to just be more positive and optimistic and make the choice to be happy. And number 9, the last one, is the answers lie inside you. The answers to life questions lie inside of you. All you need to do is look, listen, and trust. And what that's talking about is basically like most people don't really realize that they have a higher self and that they're actually connected to higher powers. And your intuition and gut instincts is linked to your higher self and the higher powers. That's where you're getting guidance, right? So that's what it's saying, is the answers are actually within you. The answers are with you, and you just got to learn to look, listen, and trust. So it's like learning to listen to your intuition and trusting the gut instincts. I'd say learning to listen to your higher self. So I've got a video out about the higher self versus the ego. So if you don't understand the difference between the higher self and the ego, I highly recommend giving that video a watch, because there's basically 2 versions of you living inside of your head, 2 different voices speaking, and your higher self. Some people don't really have a good relationship with their higher self, or just like out of tune, or they just don't even realize they have one. So it comes down to working on your relationship with your higher self and working on strengthening your intuition and gut instincts. And so that's how you learn to look, listen, and trust. So that is the 9 rules for being human, handed down from Ancient Sanskrit. Now, I think this is quite an interesting thing that we're not really taught about in our society, that again, we should know about all this sort of stuff. That's why I'm making videos on this type of content, because I believe we should have been learning all this since we were kids at school. And I've actually found I've learned a lot more valuable stuff outside of school than at school, which is no surprise really. But yeah, so I hope you have a better understanding of yourself as a human and why you're here, what to do while you're here, and all of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to like, comment, and share.